Hello, beautiful people. This is Vlad from Synaptic Schism, and we are going to the third episode of mixing orchestral libraries. So, until now, we listened to, we created the session, organized everything, created the buzzes, then we listened to the piece, we decided how we want it to sound and what we had to do to make it sound like that. We added a room reverb to create space, and we did some EQ and saturation in the mix bus so that it's the final track, so that the piece is closer to the final result that we are looking for. That's what we did until now. Now, the things that I'm most concerned about are the percussion and the woodwinds. The percussion, because there's a lot of boominess that it's still present there. Also, the shimmer that was further accentuated because of the saturation. And the woodwinds, because the woodwinds have some staccato passages that I feel they don't have that much of a impact as they should. So we are going to start by those. Definitely by the percussion. Let's see if we have time then for the rest of what we want to do. So percussion. Let's see where percussion is most present. Okay, it's mostly present by in the end. So we are going to be looking at, well, it's been common at the highest energy part. So okay, so the boominess in percussion. First things first, let's add an EQ. Then let's observe what we have here and decide how we want to proceed. Let's solo this for a bit. Okay, let's do the following. So the percussion, it has got the impact and then the tail of that impact. So what we want to do is we want to make the transient stand out, and then the rest will kind of go down a bit. That should help with both that high end of the cymbals and also with the boominess with the low end. Although it's, and this is the thing, because we are playing this solo and not in context, it sounds a lot better than with the rest of the mix, which leads me to think that the other instruments have got a lot of rumble in the low end that doesn't need to be there, but we'll address it once we get there. Just want you to listen to this once more and think about the impact and then the tail of that impact. It takes a lot of room. Okay, so first things first. We are going to let's not start by the equalization. Let's start with the transient shaper. So the point of a transient shaper is to enhance or lower the different parts of, like, the impact, the tail, and so on. So the attack is the impact, and then further down in time, this is the sustain, it's the sound that maintains. So check the difference of this. If I lower the sustain, see how the plates basically disappear? And also the body of the shells. Okay, so we are going to lower the sustain. Oh, the cymbals are cymbal rolls. Okay, so what we want to do, we don't want the cymbals to disappear. We just want that shimmer to kind of tuck, but we don't want to lose the body that we have there from the shells, okay? Let's hear this in context. It's much better. Maybe it's too much. Okay, it's okay. Now let's see if we want to have a little bit more of that impact. Okay, let's leave it for now. I want to do something which is to try to bring a little bit higher that body of the drum. Can you hear the impact? The pum 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 pum. Okay, let me check if this is the exact place where we are getting the most of that body. Yeah. So I'm going to keep this solo just for you to listen to the difference. Okay. So I'm going to leave that. Sorry. I want to do one more thing, which is to address that. Let's not do that, actually. Let's see what we can do with the low end of the other instruments. But now, just one more time in context. Okay, we are happy with this. Now, the woodwinds. Most of the woodwinds are actually not in this part. They are in a different area. So let's listen to from the beginning and see what is it that we want to do. What is really concerning me is not the overall sound of the woodwinds, but the part where the woodwinds Okay, so it's around here. Now, the concern here is that, for instance, I can put a transient shaper here and just get a little bit more attack. The problem is that that part is kind of mellow. Let's do it again. I don't know if we are going to get anything from here. Let's just exaggerate this and see what happens. Okay, it's actually kind of cool. All right, let's listen to the woodwinds a little bit. Just that flute is just beautiful. Okay, let's do a couple of things here. The first one is, or the two of them are going to be done with an EQ. So the first one is try to understand if there's rumble there. Let's do the same trick that we used. Solo this. Where are my friends, the woodwinds? So it's barely noticeable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put an EQ here just to guarantee that that's not piling up, because the problem of this low rumble is not one instrument or the other, but the adding effect that they have. And this also needs a little bit of a nose job. Okay, let's do so. Let's put this in context. Okay, let's do one more cute thing. So I'm going to do this with the ARP also. By boosting this frequency, I get this curve, which means that when that flute run enters here, and also the accentuation of the oboe and the clarinets, when they get here, they kind of ramp up. Just you notice that it instead of going drick, it goes like wick. It's exponential. Shouldn't I be listening to the ARP here also? It's my pet peeve with this project is the ARP. I kind of just want the ARP. No, it's not in percussion, it's in instruments. Should the ARP be here? No, it shouldn't. It's before. That's why I don't listen to it. It's not in a place where I'm listening. So... Okay, I like this. Now, final step, and I'm going to do this in everything except percussion. I'm going to add tape saturation to it. Now, if you ask me why I don't put this into percussion, I am not able to explain. Every time that I added saturation to the percussion, I felt that the percussion was taking too much room. And one of the things that I believe, and this is more of a, it's not my personal philosophy, but I heard this somewhere and I started testing it and it makes sense to me, is that the rhythm should not be made by the percussion. It should be the whole orchestra. So we should be able to listen to a piece and get the rhythm from what the orchestra is doing, and the percussion is there to accentuate that rhythm, okay? So with that in mind, I felt that adding saturation to the percussion, it puts the percussion way too much in front instead of staying in the back. This is a personal preference. That's how I do it. If you like saturation in the percussion, more power to you. I don't. So we are just going to add a little bit of saturation to the woodwinds. This needs quite a bit. Okay, this is the problem I have with woodwinds. Okay, and I need clarinet a little bit. Where is it? Now? What is playing there? It's... is it this one? Is it the bassoon? Yeah, it is the bassoon, so I need a little bit more bassoon. Okay, now in context. Maybe it was a little bit too much. Okay, and now let's check with with and without the saturation. Okay, sounds cool. Sounds cool. Cool. But now let's leave this on, shall we? Okay. So now with just from this beginning, check the symbols. They are not overwhelming anymore. They are just there just to... Yeah. So what I'm listening here, and by all means check it yourself too, is I'm getting a lot less of that boominess that I was getting angry about. I'm getting a lot more body from everything. Okay, and regarding... Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, happy. All right, so today we addressed the percussion and the woodwinds because those were the two areas that I was finding more problematic. We were able to reduce quite a bit the boominess without losing a lot of expression. We gave the percussion a lot more accents. We gave more body and made the woodwinds more lively. And those two areas, which were, in my opinion, the most problematic of the mix, are now fitting a lot better with everyone else. Now, what I will be doing in the next episode is to address the instruments. I want to take care of that arp that it's really haunting me. I really want to work on that arp, see if the rest of the instruments are kind of fitting in together with everything, and then we will be finishing with strings and brass and have a basic mix for orchestra done in a couple more episodes. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it and you found this useful. And until the next video, bye bye.